I need to take a look around here. I've got Duncan's permission.
What about him?
He's with me and has permission too. Go and check with Duncan if you don't believe me.
No, I believe you. You can go through.
Flowers.
Moores, it's been a long time. And you, my lord. How can we help you? Have you come to join our order?
No, I am just here to accompany Moores on his voyage. I am Sir Alistair of House Sarwick.
So, you're from the south. I would have enjoyed talking to you about the delights of the Riverlands. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to spare. I have an investigation to lead.
That's why I've come to see you. It would seem that Patrick has been arrested.
All our leads do point to his guilt, I'm afraid. It's a grisly business. In total, 5 of our brothers have been found with their chests open and their hearts ripped out.
And what evidence do you have to think that Patrick killed them?
These murders are wildling rituals. There's little doubt they've been performed as sacrificial rites, and Patrick was found beyond the wall. I've long suspected him of being a wildling. What's more, he was close to each of the crime scenes. At Icemark, he was one of the builders whom Halfhand was charged with protecting. As it happens, he was also there in Molestown at the very moment there was a murder in the tunnels.
He was with me when we were searching the tunnels.
That proves nothing. He must have killed him before that. Walder was with him at Sybil's, but he was in a drunken sleep just before the crime. Patrick must have taken advantage of this to take his leave quietly. And now the stables. Who do you think was found in the area? Him again. For me, it's absolutely clear. Patrick is the killer. It makes sense, as everything leads us to believe he's a wildling.
Patrick is one of us. What he did before he took his vows is of no consequence.
We care little for the past actions of our recruits, I admit. But we cannot ignore it if he proves to be a savage killer. Besides, the evidence is overwhelming.
That isn't evidence. It's just idle gossip, and you know that just as well as I do.
Not on that alone, Moores.
What evidence? Is there more?
Searching carefully through his belongings, we found some wildling objects. Trinkets made of feather and bone. They were well hidden, but they bear a striking resemblance to the dire things we found where each of the murders happened. It's best you start believing it, Moores.
I have fought alongside Patrick. He's a loyal brother. I'll do my own investigating. Come on, Alistair.
Do as you wish, Moores. But just remember that I'm the officer in charge, so try not to get in the way of our work.
swear to... And his dog tore the other one's throat right out. I've never seen anything like it. That... Mors, you're back. And it seems you brought a southern friend. Is that him?
We'll have to talk later, Lothar. We're in the middle of an investigation and have precious little time.
I'll wager it's about the murder of Miles. Am I right? I might have something for you. He was an old friend of mine.
It seems Miles came to these outbuildings before he died. Were you here then, by any chance?
Aye. I saw him leave the building with Patrick just before his tragic death.
Patrick, you say? Yet he claimed not to know any of the victims.
Let's go back and speak to him.
I swear to you, he wrung his neck. And his dog tore the other one's throat right out. I've never seen anything like it. That man is the best warrior I've ever set eyes on.
Another brother's heart has been ripped out.
Shut your mouth, his bones.
Another brother's heart has been ripped out.
Duncan, I need to ask your prisoner a few questions about the murders.
Very well, but be quick. I'll give you a few minutes.
Thank you. Patrick, you know about the rumors going around that you're a wildling, don't you?
You know it's all horseshit as well as I do, Mors.
But Adam seems to have found several wildling objects in your belongings.
Someone's trying to pin it on me. I've no idea where those things have come from.
If that's true, I won't let them execute you. Believe me. But I've just discovered that you were seen with Miles near the outbuildings, right before he died. Earlier, you claimed not to know any of the victims. If you're hiding things from me, don't expect my help.
I made a promise, Mors. I swore by the gods.
You're about to be shortened by a head, Patrick.
You would betray the word of a brother? Wasn't it you who taught me that the bond that unites us is as strong as the wall itself?
Your silence does nothing to further my search, Patrick. And a murderer still runs free, killing our brothers one by one.
You no doubt speak truly. I got on quite well with Miles. I saw a lot of him since we returned from our mission at your side. However, he was worried since his fierce argument with Watt. He even intended to leave Castle Black. He was scared he'd be killed.
Miles was going to forswear his vows.
I tried to talk him out of it, Mors, but he made me promise not to give away his secret.
And do you know what was behind his argument with Watt?
It was something about a patrol they had both been in, but I wasn't able to find out anything more.
It might serve us well to have a few words with this Watt.
You've had your time, lads.
What? Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Mors.
I'm told you had a heated chat with Miles just before he died.
Who told you that pile of steaming dung? I never had any quarrel with Miles. He was one of my best friends here.
Stop lying. You make an ideal suspect for this. So I suggest you start talking unless you want to face the consequences.
Very well, then. Miles wanted to go see the Lord Commander to tell him what we knew, and I stopped him from going. That's why we fell out.
What did Miles know?
There's a connection between the murders and the patrol we were in a few years ago.
Tell us about it.
Very well. 4 years ago, Miles and I were both part of a mission beyond the wall. We were on the trail of a band of wildlings. but they found us first. I don't remember much more. Just that it ended in gruesome circumstances. One of our brothers had had his heart torn out by the wildlings. Miles was reminded of this when he heard about these recent murders.
So, all the murders are linked to this old patrol?
Even worse than that. According to Miles, the 5 brothers who've been killed were members of it. One by one. We're being picked off like fleas.
So why didn't you mention this earlier?
Because my memory of it is very vague. But as for Miles, he was certain the killer had to be one of us. A member of that patrol. He wanted to warn Lord Commander, but I stopped him. We can't go accusing one of our own based on vague memories.
Do you remember who was in the patrol? Who was in charge?
Not really, no. It was all so long ago. The worst thing's not knowing what's behind the next tree.
I can imagine. Thank you for your help, Watt. Alistair, we should go check the patrol records. They might clear all this up.
You must find the one that's doing this, Moors. I really don't want to end up with a hole in my chest.
The trail is taking shape.
There's more to do yet. Let's hope we find what we need in the Lord Commander's records. We risk finding further victims.
Damn wildlings.
Good day to you, Moors. You wouldn't by any chance have some work?
I haven't forgotten.
Show me.
I have brought you.
The father. It is very well preserved.
You see.
The Father judges us all. Never fear. I will. Good day to you, Moors. You wouldn't by any chance have some work for me?
I have.
Show me. You're. Good day to you, Moors. You. Show me.
The final traveler has completed his.
What do you mean?
A body which is neither that of.
This. We of the Night's Watch don't.
In the shadow.
Indeed. Good day to you, Moors.
I have found.
It's an. Good day to you, Moors. You wouldn't by any chance.
It would seem.
There is act. We must do something for Patrick, Moors. I fear for him.
Explain yourself.
Let's just say that the fellow reminds me of an old story of mine.
A story, eh?
Aye, a story of long ago, when I was a child. In another life, you could say. There was this carpenter, Fat Beron, a jolly fellow, as round as a barrel, but with magical fingers, capable of making anything. Well, this man had a bitch, a big black beast, as nice can be. She let the little ones climb on her. They tore tufts of hair from her, and not the slightest yelp of pain. She didn't even push them off.
I'm not sure I follow you, Walder.
I'm getting. One day, shrip, just like that, she tore his throat out.
Let me guess. You?
Exact. You see, the thing is that I'd seen. First, she stopped wagging her. When I saw that, the others made fun of me. When it happened, everyone seemed so surprised.
And Patrick gives you that same feeling?
Sometimes something breaks inside someone, and we see them do things that we'd never have believed possible. When I look at Patrick, when I see his eyes so cold, so empty, I remember that story. It's been a long time since that one wagged his tail as well. You know, that bitch, they had to...
I understand your concerns, brother.
You heard about the massacre in Molestown. How many men did you lose? 6? 10?
So, Adam Flowers was in charge of this infamous patrol. And of all those who took part, only Watt is still alive.
We should try and find out more about Flowers.
You're right. Let's go search his chest.
The tribes who migrate to the north. Mance Rayder is... rounding up his army.
So, our Adam might not be so innocent.
This letter suggests he performed the sacrifice himself 4 years.
We risk finding further victims if we waste too much time.
Adam doesn't want anyone else here. I hear.
Very well.
So, Moors, we gotta save his wildling girl.
Patrick has nothing to do with these crimes, and he'll be cleared. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, yes, in that we have a problem with that.
We don't want him with us. That son of a bitch takes sick pleasure in killing us one by one.
We won't let you carry on with your little investigation, Moors. You need to stop it right now, else we'll stop you.
Adam Flowers is behind all these murders. More of your brothers will soon be dead unless we find him quickly.
Flowers? He's the one that ripped out their hearts.
I just don't believe it.
It is true, whether you believe it or not.
The warrior's balls. Well enough, Goose. I suppose we won't stop you.
A wise decision.
Are you happy now? Here are your cursed hearts. They're yours. White Walkers. I hope you savor them. Moors, there you are at last.
Adam.
The bastards were trying to blackmail me. I still don't know which one of them it was, but it no longer matters. I got them all.
Are you insane, Adam? Give it up. You're trapped. You cannot hope to escape.
I'm not alone, Moors. They talk to me. The White Walkers. They want more sacrifice.
No one is talking and now you will die for all the crimes you have committed.
Feel free to try, but they won't let me die.
So, the madman sent his old patrol to the grave.
Few people could have lived after what he went through.
I was unaware how powerful the forces were beyond the wall. The White Walkers are clear enemies of the Lord of Light.
And both nothing more than ghosts in someone's imagination.
You're not one to talk of ghosts, Moors.
I can't argue with that. found Adam. He was the one behind all these murders.
It's hard to believe.
It all goes back to a patrol 3 years ago, when he said he escaped the wildlings. However, he didn't really escape. The wildlings agreed to let him go, after he ate the heart of the sworn brother they captured alongside him.
No, Jess. That's disgusting. I can't even imagine.
He thought he'd left all of it in the past, but someone knew his secret and had started blackmailing him. He was certain that it could only be one of the original patrol, so he began killing them off, one by one, the same vile way he killed the first of his brothers.
How could he do such a thing?
He'd lost his mind. When I found him in the forest, he talked of hearing voices and white walkers.
And what?
He was already dead when I reached Adam. There was nothing I could do to save him.
7 hells.
However, that monster is now dead. So we have no reason to be holding Patrick prisoner anymore.
Agreed. We'll release him right away, as soon as we inform the Lord Commander about what happened.
Thank you, Morse. Thank you with all my heart.
Now you'll be able to resume your watch.
Yes, I suppose. But to be honest, I'm unsure how I feel. My brothers were so quick to turn their backs on me. For many, I was never really one of them.
You're a sworn brother of the Night's Watch, Patrick. No one can deny that.
I suppose you're right.
My lord, the men we imprisoned during the rioting.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Very well. Is everything ready? There's no going back.
All is ready.
This is where it will all be settled, my friend.
I know. Sharpen your blade, for blood will be shed. Valar, cursed be your name, and all that you stand for. You took the life